Good morning everyone. Welcome to the English class. So in the last class, we learned the poem A True Satyagrahi. I hope all of you have read it, and today we'll see the exercises from that chapter. All of you please take your English reader and turn to page number 61. The first question is a reading comprehension. So if you haven't read the poem, I suggest you read it first and then come back to this exercise. So the first question is, fill in the blanks to complete the summary of the poem. So I hope you read the poem. So from the words we learned in the poem, let's complete this exercise. The poet refers to Mahatma Gandhi as the enlightened one because he fought the British without using violence. He was born in where? He was born in Saurashtra, a small place that became renowned as Gandhiji's birthplace. Gandhiji had a unique philosophy, one that grew from his gentleness and inner peace. He called it ahimsa, which means non-violence. Gandhiji said we would stand united as Indians. We should not discriminate against people on the basis of caste or religion. The poet dreams of Gandhiji returning to India and saving us from the modern-day terrorists and corrupt leaders. The poet believes that our country needs him now more than ever. So I hope you have completed that exercise. Let's move on to the next set of questions. Read these lines and answer the questions that follow. The first one is a bloodless revolution. So you can read the line in the poem, Ahimsa he followed and brought a bloodless revolution. So the first question, what was the thought behind the bloodless revolution? So what is the answer to this question? The thought behind the bloodless revolution was to show the British the power of ahimsa and achieve freedom through non-violence. So you can note down this answer in your notebook. Now let's see the next question. Question B. What was the result of this bloodless revolution? So we know India was conquered and ruled by the British people, and through his methods of non-violence, Gandhi forced the British to move out of India, right? So how do you answer this question? The result of the bloodless revolution was that India gained her freedom from the British. Clear? Now, question number 2. His message to us is simple and clear. What is the message? So in the poem, we can read the lines. His message to us is simple and clear. If we ignore it, the price we pay is dear. Discriminate not on creed and caste. Stand united, be Indian first and last. So what is the message? How do you answer this question? The message is that we should be united as Indians and not discriminate against one another on the basis of caste and creed. Clear? Now let's see the next question. Who is us? So in the poem, us refers to all the Indians. Now question C is about answering the questions. We'll see the first question. Which weapons did Gandhiji use to win a war? Gandhiji used the weapons of ahimsa and non-violence. So question number 2. How did Gandhiji leave his imprint on the annals of history? Gandhiji left his imprint on history because he won the war for India's freedom without firing a gun or using a sword. He used ahimsa, the power of his inner peace, to drive the British from the country. So question number 3. What do you think Gandhiji would set straight had he lived today? So Gandhiji would have set straight all our corrupt leaders. Now, the next question is think and answer. What do you think will happen if we ignore Mahatma Gandhi's message? So you can read the poem once again, get the theme of it. You can think about what is the answer for this question and write that in your notebook. You can pause the video, write the answer and come back. Hope you have written the answer. Now let me share my thought on this question. So the question is, what do you think will happen if we ignore Mahatma Gandhi's message? I think if we ignore Gandhiji's message of peaceful coexistence and of being united as Indians, we will pay a heavy price. He taught that we should not discriminate on the basis of caste and creed, and be Indians first. If we do not follow his message, we will not be united and will not be a strong nation. So I hope this is clear to you. Now, the next is about values and life skills. Anyone can follow ahimsa or non-violence. How can you follow it in your daily life? So we saw Gandhiji is a man of honor and great ideals, and he always followed all the methods of non-violence. He always followed the rare philosophy of ahimsa to gain victory over the British. So this question, you think about how we can follow ahimsa or non-violence in our daily life. And you please make a note of it. You can pause the video, finish that activity and come back. I hope you have done that activity. Now let me share my thought on this question. We can follow ahimsa in daily life by being tolerant and accepting of one another. We should have the patience to listen to others and what they have to say instead of forcing them to agree with us. We should avoid getting angry over small things and picking up fights. This way, we can follow ahimsa in our daily life. Now turn to the next page, page number 62. You can see the exercise related to vocabulary. So it's about synonyms. Synonyms are words which have an equivalent meaning of the given word. So there is a passage given there. Let's read the question first. Replace the words in bold with their synonyms from the poem. So you can see the passage and some words are given in bold. And you have to find out the words or synonyms for the words given in bold from the poem. Okay. So let's read the passage now. Nelson Mandela was a famous leader. Just like Gandhiji, he had the unique quality of being a forward-thinking but gentleman. In South Africa, black people were discriminated against by the white. The white Europeans who settled in Africa had looted the continent of its natural wealth: gold, rubber, ivory, diamonds and copper. Although he did not want to use force at first, after several years of struggle, Mandela changed his thinking. Nelson Mandela's struggle to end this discrimination left a lasting mark in world history. So let's see which are the words to be replaced. You can see the word famous given in bold, and what is the word or what is the synonym that we learned for famous in the poem? It is renowned. Renowned means famous. And the next word unique. Unique, the synonym from the poem is rare. He was a man of rare philosophy. Remember? The next word is looted, and in the poem we had a line, wouldn't you revamp him who smuggles and plunders? Plunder means to loot. So what is the word to be replaced here? Looted. It has to be replaced by plundered. Yeah. The next word is force. And what is the word or what is the synonym for force that we learned in the poem? It is power. Then Mandela changed his thinking. And what was the synonym for thinking that we learned in the chapter? It is philosophy. Next word is mark. In the poem we had a line, left his imprint in the annals of history. So imprint means mark. So mark has to be replaced with the synonym imprint. Hope you got all the words correctly. Now the next set of exercise is writing, and it's about completing information. What do you know about Mahatma Gandhi? Complete the fact box below. You can see a box there and spaces are provided and the options are given on both sides. You have to choose the correct options and complete this fact box. So let's see the options first. Dandi March, Congress, Train, Porbandar, and there you have 1869, 1948, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi and independence. These are the options given to you. Let's complete the fact box now. Question number 1, birth. It's about Mahatma Gandhi and his birth was on 2 October 1869 and death was on 30 January 1948. Please write the correct options there. Now question number 2 is born as dash in dash Gujarat. So Gandhi's full name was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. So you have to write born as Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. In where he was born? He was born in Porbandar in Saurashtra, which is in the state of Gujarat. So you have the option Pobandar here. You have to write it there. Born as Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi in Pobandar, Gujarat. Clear? Now question number 3. Led the Indian dash movement. So Gandhiji, the father of our nation, led the independence movement. So you write led the Indian independence movement. Now question number 4. Thrown out of a dash in South Africa in 1893 because he was in white. When Gandhiji was living in South Africa, the white people discriminated against the black. So when Gandhiji was there was one incident that happened in 1893 where he was thrown out of a train because he was in white. So what do you have to write here? Thrown out of a train in South Africa in 1893 because he was in white. And question number 5. Joined the Indian National Dash in 1913. So what do you have to write here? He joined the Indian National Congress or INC in 1983. Arrested in 1930 for leading the dash. Arrested in 1930 for leading the Dundee March. So in the previous class, I had given you an activity to get to know more about Ahimsa, Satyagraha and Dundee March. So I hope you have done that activity and know more about it. So the next activity is My Word Bank. Write the new words that you have learned in this poem. Remember, in the previous class, I had asked you to underline the new words that you learned in the poem. So you have to write down those new words here and you have to find out the meanings of those words from a dictionary. And if you don't have a dictionary with you, you can use an online dictionary. Get to know the meanings of these words. You have to write it in your notebook and learn these words. So that's all for today, children. We'll meet in the next class. Until then, bye.